Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to open one of these water bottles. They're very thin. You need tools to open them without getting water everywhere. And that's what I'm here to show you today. Well, you're going to need the water bottle. You'll need electrical tape and duct tape. You also need a flat surface, so I suggest getting a particle board. Get some of this out, and you're gonna need some gloves. Just put the gloves on. This is dangerous work. Okay, got my gloves on. The first step is to take the bottle. I took the label off, so I don't want any trouble with YouTube. You want to take the bottle and put it down on the surface like that. You gotta find the seam of the duct tape, and you just gotta pull off a big piece of it. And just place it on there like that. And keep doing that until it's steady. We're getting close. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, the reason why I make this tutorial is because a lot of people have been asking me about it, private messaging me saying, hey, how do you open those? How do you open those bottles? And I say, you know what? I'll make a tutorial video on it. So let me tell you a little story. One day, I was out exploring my neighborhood, when I got thirsty. So naturally, I reached into my backpack and I grabbed one of these bottles. And I realized it was just too thin to open. It wouldn't open. So what I did was I did this. I devised a plan to open the bottle, because if I didn't, water would get all over me. It would get all over Jerry. Because Jerry was walking with me. And he said that it wasn't a good idea to open it without making sure the bottle is steady. You see that? It's steady, it's on the particle board. We didn't use too much tape. We used just enough of this duct tape to make it steady on the particle board. Now the next step is inserting this screw, or a screw, not this screw, but a screw into the cap. So just zoom in for you. Now you're gonna want to get a screw that has a tipped edge. You're just gonna want to pop it in the top. It's not going to work on the first try. Sometimes it's going to take at least 15 tries. But don't give up, because you're going to get to that water. Ooh, look at that. We're in. Now you're going to need a screwdriver. Don't screw it in all the way. Just screw it in most of the way. Now the electrical tape comes in. Just place it over the screw like that, and make sure it's in the indentations that you left. Now that the electrical tape's back on, it's time to duct tape some more. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer to our objective. You can see the project so far. Next part is to find the opening that we put, which is the part that is still visible at the top, and get the screwdriver in the indentations that should still be there. If you did it right, you should see some slack opening up at the top. This is not about pulling the cap off all the way, it was just about breaking the bands on the inside. So now, you just twist it like normal, and there you go. Cap is off. You can now take off all the tape on the cap. Just apply pressure and pull off all the tape, and take out the screw because you don't need it anymore. Just like that. The last of the tape needs to come off. And do you see this? This is our cap. They still have teeth right here. If it would focus, they still have teeth on the inside. So you're gonna want to take that ring off. What you're gonna do next is place it on there. See? Now your bottle's intact. And just start taking off this tape. Just clean up any spillage. This is why we have the particle board. Just clean it up. Toss it away. Now, what we have here is a bottle of water that can now be opened effectively using tools that you can find around the house But you can now take a drink. You can now take a drink of the water if you need to. One thing to note though is that there is a hole in the top. That's what you need to do. Is you need to put, this is the last step, and then you can enjoy the water for what it is. You put a bandaid on the top. You see? Just put a bandaid on the top. And now you can drink the water by simply popping off the two sides of the bandaid and just applying force. Then you just close it up and you're ready to go. You can go on a jogging adventure or a mountain exploration or something, I don't know. So that was it. That was how to open a plastic water bottle without the water spilling all over you, spilling all over your friends, spilling all over your car, all over your shoes, and whatever. If you don't want water all over you, just do this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more of these tutorials. And yeah.